So once you have the Epix Games installer as well as the engine installed, I'm using 5.0.3 for this tutorial series. If I go to my library here, you can see I have this engine version installed. If you want to add an additional version, you can click here and you can see it added it. And you can click in the drop down and select the version you'd like to install. I'm going to go ahead and close this. I don't really want 4.0. We're going to be using 5.03. I'm going to go ahead and click on Launch the Engine, and I will pause the video as I wait for that to open. So you can see here we have a couple of my most recent projects here. What we're interested in is making a game, and that's a third-person game. So we can select there, and we can just call this Intro to Game Project. Really, if you have a pretty cool idea for a project, you can name it anything you want. The location, I'm going to let it kind of save to my documents folder on this particular laptop. And I'm going to do blueprints. And the quality presets for me, because I have a pretty beefy laptop, is maximum. And I will include the starter content because I want to start off by playing with this particular character. Let's go ahead and hit create. I'm going to pause the video as it creates this project because this can also take a little bit of time. Alright, so it finished essentially building the project. So let's take a little tour of the interface here. At the top here in the top taskbar, you can see there's a play button here. So once that's pressed, I can actually play the game. I'm using the WASD, W-A-S-D keys to move this character around, and my mouse to rotate around the view. I'm going to press the escape key to exit this. Off on the right hand side, you can see I have my outliner. This has all of the assets that are in the scene. So I'm going to decompress these folders a little bit. So you can see if I hit F, when I have a single item selected, it'll zoom in there. So F like Frank or Francis or whatever. Ideally, I'm going to go up to File and I'm going to do New Level, and I'm just going to select a basic blank level and hit Create. The reason for this is what I'd like to do is start you on modeling. So if I press play here, you can see my character falls to the floor, which is a little bit too high. So if I select the floor here, you'll notice this is set to 0, 0, 0. But I don't have a start position for my character. And that's why my character is sort of falling from here down to the level. So if you go over here and you hit this plus sign, and you go to basic, you can see there's one that says player start. And now if I move this down by 0, 0, 0, and I hit enter, let's make sure I have my numlock on my keyboard down. And I'm going to go ahead and hit F again to zoom, kind of focus really. And then if I press play, you can see now my character starts at that player start. Later, when we make our own character and bring it in, you'll be able to do your own player start. So I'm going to hit escape there. And I'm just going to go ahead and save this level as, let's see, save current level. And we could save it in the content folder. It's better to sort of have a folder that represents everything. I'll name this scenes. And then within this scenes folder, I'll name this level 01 and then underscore house. I'm going to go ahead and press save to save that. You can see here's our scene folder and here's that. Now that's our initial setup of our level. In the next video, we're going to take a look at bringing in a house plan and start modeling our house level.